Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Ignore my family in the background. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So today's video is just going to be a random assortment. I don't have much of a plan for it. I just figured out new triggers I can do. So, mainly jewelry. I have rings that don't match, and there's no point in wearing them other than noises. I can also scratch your head. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, reach behind the camera and do that. That might be too loud. So, anywho, I watched Gremlins last night, and, did y'all know that, like, the Gremlins were voiced by Howie Mandel? Like, the Mogwai. They were voiced by Howie Mandel. I don't know if that's crazy to you guys, because I posted that on my story and none of my friends responded to it. And that might be because they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, like, is that not crazy to you guys? That's so crazy to me. I don't know. But that movie was also not as good as I remembered. But Gizmo was so cute. I gotta be honest, they're so cute. Honestly, the Gremlin movies and just also the Chucky movies, so much nostalgia for me. I don't know what it is about the vibe. Just something about it. I've also been obsessed with the Scream movies lately. And just, I'm obsessed. And I kind of want to marathon all of them. I also want to marathon Zombieland. I don't know. I have a lot of things I want to marathon, even though I am so bad. Like, when it comes to, like, attention span with movies. I'm not good with movies, actually. My attention span's not long enough. But for some reason, I want to, like, marathon a bunch of movies. I had to pay $4 to watch Gremlins on Amazon Prime Video. Was it worth that? I don't know. Somebody gonna show me for not really enjoying the Gremlins experience? Like, it wasn't bad. It was, like, you know, good with the nostalgia. Reminds me a lot of Drop Dead Fred. Drop Dead Fred, like, understandably, the movie wasn't that great, but, like, I like it for nostalgia reasons. It's one of my favorite movies, and actually, the actress who plays, what was her name in the movie? Okay, she's in both Drop Dead Fred and Gremlins. I remember I saw her face and I was like, oh, it's her. I think her name's Phoebe. Phoebe Kate? Yeah, I think it's Phoebe Kate. She is in Drop Dead Fred and she is in freaking this movie because I saw her and I was like, oh, she's in Drop Dead Fred. And that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not a good movie, by the way. It's kind of just, I think that movie is confused about what it is. Like, I don't know if it knows if it's a comedy, if it's meant for kids, if it's meant for adults, if it's supposed to be, like, a serious message. Like, I don't think it has itself figured out, but it's just, like, so much memories for me. Like, the mega bitch. I don't know, I love that movie. I love it. I grew up with it. My mom made me, like, my mom put it on for me all the time. I also grew up with The Bride of Chucky, and I know a lot of people say that movie isn't good. My ex especially would tell me that movie sucked, and I love it. And if you look closely in the background, I have pictures from The Bride of Chucky on my wall, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Bride of Chucky. Last Halloween, I dressed up as Tiffany Ray Valentine, because I love her so much. And I want to invest in a doll of her and likely customize it to be better because I'm a doll customizer. I just love Tiffany Ray Valentine. I love her so much. I love Jennifer Tilly. And my two favorite Chucky movies are probably the ones that most people don't like, or like horror enthusiasts don't like, because I have shitty tastes. But I love Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. Something about them. It's just they don't take themselves too seriously. I don't know. But yeah, that's enough of this bag. I also have this one. I thought it would be fun because of the beads on it. But I don't know if you can really hear it. But yeah, I've been obsessed with those things lately. I've been getting more into like horror. I love horror anyways, but still. Honestly, if you're looking for like good, old, bad horror movies, go on Tubi. Tubi has kind of a shitty selection, but at the same time, it has a good selection of like really bad old horror movies. It's like, it has so many. Also, about Tubi, I have watched so many like Mark Piro movies on there. Basically, Mark Piro, his entire freaking, I don't know, is it called a discography? I don't think it's called a discography. His entire, everything he's ever done is on Tubi, and it's all shit. Mark Piro movies aren't good. They're really bad. You should probably know that. Like, it's pretty easy to tell if you look at the movies he's made and you realize he made a movie called Rick Tuma, and it's about a guy whose his butt turned radioactive and then split from his body and began murdering people. And it's like 2 hours long. I watched it, by the way. I watched that movie as a date night thing, which you shouldn't do. I just did that. And it was horrible, and I think that was the marker of the end of our relationship, that movie, I'm gonna blame that movie for the end of our relationship. It was so ass. Mark Piro movies aren't great, but he has a surprisingly high budget for them. I don't get it. I think the mic's right here, so I can probably focus there. But yeah, I don't recommend them. I don't really recommend any movie on Tubi. There was one good movie on Tubi. I can't remember what it was called, but it did almost make me cry. It wasn't bad. It was like an apocalypse movie, and I can't remember what it's called, and I don't think it's still on there. But like, essentially, you basically follow this girl, I forgot what her name is, and you essentially, it's like they're almost like alien-like creatures that cause the apocalypse, and she gets stuck with one of them out in the dark. They're scared of bright lights. And by the end of it, she figures out that the monster is actually her ex-husband. And they die together at the end. And it made me cry. Because even though what her ex-husband did, hate him. Kind of fucking hate him. Because it's like, but at the same time, it was like so endearing. It was a really sad movie, but it was also really interesting and well made. Like, I was surprised that they had that on TV. But it wasn't bad, and I can't remember what it's called. And I pretty much spoiled it, so there's no point. Sorry. How about I bring back the Minecraft chest? I should start doing videos where I do movie reviews. That would be fun. You guys get to hear my thoughts about movies even though I have really bad taste. But I think that's probably about it for this video. That's probably about it. I got a 10-minute one in. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever you're doing. I'll see you next time.